The family had cats, and I had a white one, which used to have fits. She had a fit one day, and my dad thought she'd passed away, so he laid her in front of the fire. Next thing you know, she was sat up washing herself. After a while, she did it. She did it again. She collapsed. So he thought to himself, well, he did it. I think he put it in front of the fire again. He jumped back up. Then one day he noticed the oven was warm at the side of the fire. So he opened the door, laid a sheet of paper in, and he slid her into this oven. Just left her laid there. After a while, she was back round again, and it went on for. I think it went on for a couple of years, and then finally she had one fit, and she never came out of it. But we've always had cats. My dad had a dog. I couldn't tell you. What's it? I think it was called Paddy. I'm not sure. And he used to follow him to school and then come back home, and then he used to go back to school and pick him up. And then one day he never turned up. It had been knocked down, I think. But that was the. That's why he would tell you. He told us. I couldn't be sure what happened. Mary, she had a cat. It was 18. I think it was 18 years old. That's well over the age limit of what cats. And it went deaf. And he used to really meow right loud to let him out, and he'd go out. And one day he were devil for chasing the pigeons and the seagulls where they used to live. And he went out one day, and one seagull flew down and picked him up and dropped him. But he never went in. He won't go out after that. And then when they moved, to Suffolk, they finally got him to go out, and in the yard.
Because what were you doing to get him to go out? How did you have to? How did you encourage him to get back out?
I think he finally went. When he'd been in the yard, yeah. He wasn't by the sea, so there were only small birds around. So I think he finally decided to go out.
Oh, because you were just scared of like the big birds.
Yeah, it was the pigeons or the seagulls that picked him up, and but he won't go to the if she got his basket out to take him to the vet, he used to run. But she used to take him. She used to have to take him to the vet. It just sat in the car. He won't sit in his box. And he finally passed away. And had and brought a dog home, a pup Alsatian, and we introduced it to the cats, because the cat had a snarling session with it, and then she settled down with it. But the funny thing was that the couple of houses down, there used to be a little dog, and the cat would sit in the kitchen and watch the dog eat her food. The dog used to come in the house and eat her food, and she used to sit there and watch him. And the lady come out one day, she says, she's calling the dog. I says, are you looking for the dog? She says, yeah. She says, he's in here. So she come round and says, have a look. She opened the door. There's the dog eating the cat's food. A couple of days later, she was out looking for him again. She says, where is he? I said, he's in our house. I said, go in and have a look. Both the cat and the dog were laid on by the fire. The cat was washing the dog. She was washing the dog. If I hadn't seen it with my own eyes, I wouldn't have believed it. Because usually dogs and cats are worst enemies, but they're not. Vicky went to the RSPCA. I think they went for something, and there was a cat there which was shy in the corner, and she says, I want that cat. And the lady says, well, we don't know what, she's one of these cats that's been removed from a house, but we don't know what's happened to her. We don't know whether somebody's been doing something to her, but she won't come near anybody. So Vicky kept going back. Finally, she got her to come to the front of the cage, and the lady says, well, she's actually coming up for adoption. So Vicky says, I want her. And she got her. She brought her home and got any milk went in the house, she was off. She would not come. She wouldn't come near anybody that was male in the house. And she said to me one day, she says, "They're going away on holiday." She said, "Would you go feed Poppy?" I said, "Yeah." I said, "I'll go around and feed her." So I used to go around. She says, you know, she won't come near. So she used to sit at the top of the steps, and I sit at the bottom of the steps and talk to her. I rubbed my head on the floor. I thought, well, she's got to come down the steps, and she's going to smell, you know, she's going to smell me scent on the floor. She'll know I'm friendly. Finally, she started coming down. She then after she'd found out that she'd cancer, she moved in with Anne, did Vicky, and had to go up. Again, they were going away and all, and she said, "Well, will you come up and look after the dog and the cat?" So I was to go again. I went up to her house, and the cat wouldn't come near me. And I sat on the sat on the couch one night with my arm over the, and I could feel her walking past my hand. Finally she came and sat on my knee. And cause I thought to myself, well, when I used to go up to the Vicky's house, I thought, well, I'm gonna when they come back out, I'm gonna say to her, I've got her to come and sit with me, but she never did. But this night she came and she jumped up on my knee and sat on my knee, and she got used to me. But she disappeared. She went out one night. We don't know whether somebody had taken her or whether she'd been knocked down in Shelf or not. We don't know, because they said that there was a cat found laid in a doorway that had been knocked down, but we never found out whether it was her or not. But Anne's she's got 2 dogs at the moment and a rabbit. They all live together.